Hey everybody, welcome to another Travel Tech Reviews. Today we're going to talk about the Samsung W300. It's a waterproof, shockproof, and dustproof camcorder, pocket camcorder from Samsung. And this is the newest version. Last year we tested the W200 and we were pretty impressed. And we got a chance to spend a couple of weeks with this newer model. And they have made some improvements to the W300. And we're just going to walk around and show you some of the features of it. If we go to the back of the camera, you'll notice there's a 2.3-inch LCD screen up here that, it's okay. It's not very well lit. If you're in really bright sunlight, it can be hard to see, but it's about as good as any other camera in this class. The control panel and all the buttons are now covered in kind of a rubber substance, so it's a little better interface than it was on the W200. The W200, it seemed like it was possible for sand to get inside little cracks and seams around there, and they've kind of gotten rid of that. On the side of the camera, you've got a power button. Camera does power up pretty quick. On the bottom, there is a door that you can open with this little latch, and that pops up a little USB connector. And this plugs right into your computer, and it will recharge the battery from the USB port, or you can also download any files that you have on the camera to your computer using this port. The problem with this is you have to unplug all your other USB devices because the camera takes up so much space. There's no room on either side for other USB cables. Unless, of course, you have some sort of a USB extender, then you can do it no problem. You simply close the door by relatching it. On the other side, you have another door. And behind that door, you'll find a mini USB port and your micro SD card, which is kind of hard to get to. You kind of have to have little fingers to get down in there and squeeze that to get that micro SD card to come out. That's what it stores your photos and your video files on. And then you can simply close that back. Now, on the front, you've got your fixed focal length lens. And the lens does have a 3x digital zoom, which is really almost useless because when you use a digital zoom, it just comes out so grainy. The photos or the videos is really not very good quality. You'll see on our sample video, we'll show you some samples of what that looks like. When you turn the camera on, it actually turns on very quickly. And the camera does have a very, very easy to understand and very easy to navigate menu system. You can shoot video in either 720p or 1080p. So you can get full HD with this camera at 30 frames per second. It does not shoot 60 frame per second video. But the menu system is good. There's special effects that you can apply. There are white balance settings. The auto white balance actually works okay. You can switch between video and camera mode if you want to shoot photos. When you turn this unit on, it automatically goes into video mode, so it assumes you want to shoot movies. So if you want to, you can turn the camera mode on using this little button here. And then of course you've got your navigation buttons, the OK button in the center. If you want to start shooting video, you press that. If you want to stop shooting video, you press it again. It really couldn't be simpler. The operation of a camera is very easy, and anybody can learn it in just a matter of minutes. One thing it does have that's very cool, it has a pause record feature, which means that you can begin recording a video clip, and by hitting this little button over here, where is it? That's right here in the middle. By hitting that button, it pauses the recording. Rather than creating a new video clip when you start recording again, it will start recording and add on to the existing video clip. So it keeps you from having dozens of different clips if you're recording a lot of different scenes. It's really a cool feature. Video quality on this camera is about as good as you're going to get from any other camera in this class, and maybe better than sun and low light conditions. Comparable to what you would get from any smartphone. We did a comparison between this and an iPhone. And the iPhone has a little bit wider angle lens on it. The quality of the video is comparable. I don't think this camera produces any better video. What you're really getting with this camera is the rugged durability. If you don't want to take an iPhone to the beach and have it go in the water because it'll ruin it. This camera can take that kind of abuse. Now, there is a caveat. I did see a video online where a gentleman had this camera and he took it snorkeling, and he had a situation where this door popped open underwater. He accidentally hit it and somehow this door came open, water got in, destroyed the camera. It was completely fried. So the latching mechanism on these doors is not that secure. So, you know, he brought up a very good point that you might want to be concerned about. You can use this camera underwater, but you need to be very careful that you don't accidentally hit one of these buttons and open that door. Samsung really needs to address that in the next revision of this camera, a better latching, like a dual catch or something, so that you can't just accidentally knock that open. That's a concern. However, if you're using the camera outdoors and you get it wet or rain, it's not going to bother it. I even did a little test where we put it inside of a bowl of water, you'll see. So the camera is waterproof, and it's dustproof and shockproof. So it's a rugged built camera. It's a special purpose camera. It's not something you're probably going to use for your really important videos or your really important photos, but it does a decent job. It's $159, so you can't beat the price. It's a great little tool to have with you, especially if you go to the beach and you want to give something to your kids to use to take pictures and videos and don't want them to tear up your good iPhone or your iPod Touch. So check out the Samsung W300. Read our review online, and check us out at Travel Tech Reviews at cruisereport.com. Now show that the screen's still working.